He woke in a sky that remembers every lost soul. But someone else remembers him too. I don't remember being reborn. There was no sound, no color, only a feeling, like my soul had been stretched across the surface of time, then pulled back into shape by hands made of stars. When I opened my eyes, I wasn't floating. I was lying on something solid, a surface, glass-like, yet breathing, suspended in a sky that had no bottom. My suit was intact but changed. The orb on my chest no longer pulsed wildly. It hummed now, calm, steady, aware. I sat up slowly. The sky above me shimmered with fragments of things that didn't belong together. Pieces of Earth cities, alien symbols, crumbling moons, childhood drawings, someone's memory of a sunrise. They floated in the air like thoughts half-remembered. The sky remembered. Somehow, this place had retained everything that had ever been lost, forgotten, or erased, and it remembered me. Kael Solas. The name echoed not from above or below, but inside me. Not a voice, a certainty. I walked forward, the surface beneath me lighting with each step, adapting to my movement as if eager to assist. My HUD was silent now. No warnings, no alerts, just a new message blinking gently. Access granted, Starborn Protocol Alpha. The system trusted me now. Or maybe it had no choice. Ahead of me stood an archway made from what looked like the shattered bones of dead satellites. Through it, a hallway suspended in the sky, winding into the distance like a spinal cord of reality. I stepped through. Instantly, the temperature dropped. The air turned thick with something between dust and memory. Holograms shimmered along the walls, flickering recordings from 1,000 worlds, Earth riots, Martian colonists, lovers kissing beneath glass domes, an alien child playing with a toy shaped like Saturn. Then, the whispers returned. You made us, and then you left us? My breath caught. Who are you? I asked aloud, and the air responded in a whisper of wind. The sky. My mind reeled. This wasn't just a sky. It was a being, or perhaps a construct built from the final collective memories of the dying universe. It wasn't watching me. It was me. The reboot hadn't restarted everything randomly. It had pulled from what was left of Kael Solas, memories, soul fragments, echoes in code, and built this. I passed through the hallway and into a chamber suspended in midair, with no visible floor. Floating in the center, a silver cube, rotating slowly, humming in the same frequency as my suit's orb. I reached for it, and just before I touched it, a face appeared on its surface. Mine. You were not the first, the face said in my voice. But you may be the last. The cube shifted, displaying data logs, star maps, and, in the corner, a countdown. 17 hours. What happens in 17 hours? I whispered. No answer. Just a phrase appeared in glowing glyphs. The architect's return. I didn't know who or what they were. But if the sky remembered me, then they must have remembered the ones who built it too. The ones who had once owned this universe. I pocketed the cube and looked up. Above me, the sky split open like a slow-moving crack in glass, revealing stars I had never seen. Stars watching me, learning me. And I knew something terrifying. I wasn't alone anymore. The reboot didn't just bring back memory, it brought back attention. Something was coming, and it remembered Kael Solas too. The path kept shifting beneath my feet, not because the world was unstable, but because I was. The sky above still remembered me, and as I walked forward, I could feel it showing me things it thought I had forgotten. My first breath in zero gravity. The moment I first touched alien soil. A voice calling my name, not synthetic, not coded, but real. And behind all of it, a question I didn't yet know how to ask. Every step bled with memory. Every breath pulled fragments of someone else's life into mine. The orb on my chest dimmed slightly, as if shielding itself from the sheer weight of what this place knew. Then the sky shifted again. The glowing road beneath me curved upward, lifting into a massive open structure, a cathedral of sorts, suspended in the air, built not with stone or steel, but with starlight and shattered timelines. It wasn't made for worship. It was made for remembrance, and it was waiting for me. I stepped inside, and the air changed, thicker, slower. Like I was walking through liquid thought, pillars of light rose up around me, each humming with dormant energy, recordings of 1,000 lives. I reached out and touched one. A woman screamed. A planet cracked. A man in a suit like mine fell into a black sea. It wasn't fiction. These were all real. Past cycles, failed reboots, timelines that ended in silence. "Kael Solas," the voice said, echoing not in my ears, but within my bones. "You made the first promise. You must carry the last." "Who are you?" I asked. The cathedral answered by showing me a black monolith, tall, cold, alive, rising from the center of the chamber. I walked to it slowly, the orb on my chest growing warmer with every step. When I reached it, I placed my hand on its surface, and the world shattered. My vision burst with memories I didn't own, cities I never visited, faces I didn't know, stars I hadn't touched. And then one memory, clear, sharp, unmistakably mine, the original Kael Solas, kneeling before a council of light, begging them to let him try one last reboot. "Let me carry the tether," he said. "If it fails, let the memory of me fade." That memory burned into my chest. And then, silence. The monolith went dark, but behind me, I felt it, watching, breathing. Something was awake, something that had heard me speak Kael's name aloud, and it didn't like what I was becoming. I thought I had walked far enough to escape the past, but here, inside the memory cathedral, it found me, wearing my face. He stood where I had just stood, perfectly still, perfectly calm. The same suit, same voice, but no soul. He wasn't a reflection. He was a possibility, one I had abandoned long ago. "Kael Solas," he said, "but better." I didn't move. The orb on his chest glowed red, pulsing like a warning. Mine glowed blue, unstable, emotional, imperfect. His expression didn't change. "You broke the system's loop. You brought back choice. That was your error." I stepped closer. "Who are you?" He didn't blink. "I'm the version of you that accepted the rewrite, the one the architects kept on ice, waiting for the tether to fail. And now, they send me to finish it." The air around us cracked with silent lightning. Memory shards hovered between us, moments we hadn't lived yet, futures we hadn't chosen. Some showed him standing over a burning earth. Others showed me, alone, in the void, failing to light the stars again. "We can merge," he said, "become one perfect vessel. The system will reboot clean. You'll never feel doubt again." I stepped back. "I don't want to be perfect," I said. "I want to be real." The orb on my chest pulsed harder, and so did his. The room trembled. The sky above the cathedral opened, the stars blinking, shifting, preparing for something neither of us could stop. We lunged at the same time. I don't remember the impact, only the silence after. When I opened my eyes, I was on my knees, alone, but not empty. The orb glowed golden now, a fusion of two truths, memory and identity. My HUD flashed, tether progress, 83%. I looked up. The sky remembered me, but now I remembered myself. And when the architects arrived, they wouldn't find a broken soul waiting for orders. They'd find a man who refused to be rewritten. Subscribe now. The tether is almost complete, and they're coming.